Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another round of sound. This is the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bob Pompeani. We have a lot to get into. The Steelers now get back to work tomorrow, getting set for the second half of their season at 2 wins and 6 losses, and currently in the top 5 of the NFL draft. So we'll find out what happens in the next 9 weeks. Penguins struggling. We'll get into all these issues, and to do it, here is your panel tonight on the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown. We have Jeff Hathhorn, sports director at 93.7 The Fan, man who covers just about everything and never sleeps. Same could be said of Mark Kaboly, who's always on top of Steelers stuff with The Athletic. Jason Mackey, wearing many hats these days. It's amazing your hair is still looking good with all the hats
Thank
you wear,
you, Pom.
Jason.
I sleep.
Post-Gazette. You do sleep. All right, we're going to get into it, starting with the Steelers here. Mark, I want to start with you. They made 2 trades this week. To me, they kind of send mixed messages. You send one of your top receivers, or at least a young receiver who can help a young quarterback away. I understand why. You got a second-round pick, but they also brought in a 30-year-old defensive back who may not be close to the player he once was. What's the messaging for you?
The message is they are playing that fence right now. I mean, bringing in William Jackson says to me is that they still think this defense can win them games, and they need some help on the back half now. He's semi-cheap this year, I think $2.5 million. Next year, that money it's not going to happen. So they can bring him in back next year. Maybe he's a reclamation project. Maybe he's a long-term thing. But as for Claypool, I mean, we're looking at this the wrong way in my eyes. We're looking at, okay, they're getting rid of a good guy and they're getting a draft pick. I think they're just finding a way to get George Pickens more involved, right? I mean, we're literally taking Chase Claypool, who was flawed, and a guy that wasn't going to be around after another year and a half, and now saying, George Pickens, you're our star. Now you're going to be that number 2. So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, and Deontay gets more opportunities, too, in that regard. But I look at it this way. I think they knew that they had a chance to get a clear number or second-round pick, probably a high second-round pick.
Yeah.
And they went with it because they saw Claypool as an inconsistent receiver. But and I think they're also still looking at the future with Jackson because they're giving him an opportunity for 9 games. Go out there, assuming he can figure out the defense. You got 9 games to prove yourself. And even though he's $12.75 million, to Mark's point, it won't be that number. But if he likes it, he fits in that scheme, they could say, we're going to dump that contract, but we'll sign you for this.
Just like they did with Witherspoon. Same kind of contract.
Yeah. The moves didn't really surprise me that much, Pomp. I mean, I felt like they were 2 trades that, given where the Steelers are right now, they make a lot of sense. And they make a lot of sense because you need corners. And William Jackson III, I mean, they liked him coming out of the draft. We've read those quotes. There might be something there. There might not. I don't know. But and to Mark's point as well with Claypool, you want to get George Pickens more involved. They should get George Pickens more involved. They can sort of dial it back on the team control. They're going to get a second-round pick. I really like the draft. I was surprised they got what they got for Chase Claypool, and I really don't think he added all that much to the offense. I think they wanted him to add more, but, you know, given where you're at, 6, you're taking a chance on some things that you should be taking a chance on.
Well, Mike Tomlin before the bye week said basically that he's going to make significant changes, but that did not include coaches, and that was the one thing that I thought many people thought would be changed. That's not going to happen. So, Jeff, what do you make of that? What significant changes can he make? He only has so many guys that can be, put in offense, defense, whatever.
Yeah, and a good follow-up by Josh for that question, for that answer. But, yeah, I think this. It's not a college football team where you can bring a whole other team, where you got a whole other roster of guys that you can bring in. Could you make a couple of changes? Yeah, could you maybe find Mark Robinson an opportunity, or you mix up the defensive backfield a little bit, or you give Jalen Warren a little bit more, or one of these other receivers. But it's not like you can bring in – you're trying to figure out what offensive linemen fit for next year. So when you go drafting offensive linemen, you want to know what position. So why would you mix up that right now? Allow those guys to grow. So I don't see what the massive changes could be.
Yeah, I think in 13, Mike Tomlin said there's going to be massive changes after 0-4. And they put Cam Hayward in for Ziggy Hood, and that was just about it.
That worked out well, though.
Yeah, yes, it did. I think we might be looking at this a different way, too. We're looking at players. We're looking, okay, what players, what coaches. Maybe they're just internally viewing what they do. Maybe they
Talking
need
about scheme.
Yeah, it's not even scheme, but just how they go about their business. Maybe Matt Canada is going to be the play caller, is going to be the guy coming up with the offensive, scheme, but maybe other people are now involved. Maybe that's the key. Maybe there's
That's significant?
I think it would be significant. I mean, he's not going to come out. You're right. There's nothing you can really do. You got 53 guys. 10 on the practice squad. If you look at the backup offensive linemen, not one of them's worth anything, or they would be playing right now. So you're pretty much set with that. And if you go with Matt Canada, I mean, maybe Mike Sullivan doesn't want to call plays.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me to make that move, but it doesn't mean that he can't help out more. So that might be where the significant
I've thought
change
about
is.
that. Like the significant changes, I mean, it's like a euphemism for getting rid of Matt Canada, right? Like that's what people want, just get him out of here. But that doesn't make a ton of sense when you look at Kenny Pickett's development and the number of offensive coordinators he's ever had. But like Mark is saying, I mean, there's nothing that says you need to continue bashing your head against the same wall over and over again. It's not working. Like, lean on Mike Sullivan some more. Adjust the playbook. Sort of drill down deeper into what is working and the whole mess that isn't working. Like, there has to be a different way here.
Jason, we've discussed this. Like, nothing, the offensive game plan doesn't come to Mike Tomlin. It's like, well, this is what I'm going to have to use. Why can't Mike go in there? And if he wants other things, why doesn't that change? Because that's what Mike wants. Like,
He said he's involved. He said
that.
he's very involved, hands-on with the offense.
Then how is it all just Matt Canada?
I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
Hey, the Indianapolis Colts just fired their offensive coordinator, yet the head coach was making all the play calls.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
how does that make
these
sense?
first 8 weeks haven't shown you that there needs to be a different process in this. I don't know what will. I mean, it could be Tomlin, it could be Sullivan, it could be Canada. I mean, literally anybody in that building, have them come in and offer a say in what they're doing. I mean, what they've been doing isn't working. To me, that's a significant change.
I'm much more worried about Matt Canada, not this year getting fired, but they can't bring him back next year.
No, I think
I'm more interested in
I think that's pretty much fait accompli, don't you?
You would hope so, right?
Do you guys think?
How could you? How could you, right?
Well,
I mean, I guess in 9 games they could have a miraculous turnaround and all of a sudden be a lot better offense, but I don't foresee that happening.
Pirates have World Series odds too, Jeff.
We have more coming up here. We're going to talk about mulligans. Not golf mulligans, but if these guys had to look back over the last couple of years, off-season, internally, what would the one thing they do differently that the Steelers have done, which led to a 2-6 season? We'll talk about that. We have Penguins topics coming up as well. It's all next right here on the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown.
#1 Cochran Sports Showdown is brought to you by #1 Cochran. Go one better.